In this episode of Lee's Model Rails, we focus on the garden line, taking a look at a PDF Models Leanne Kit, some wagons from Timpdon, and take a look at an operating session on the Penbellshire and Clare Bay Model Railway. Last year I purchased a PDF Models Leanne Kit based on a Hunslet design, of which 18-inch gauge jack is present at the Staffold Barn Railway. The model comes with everything you need to make the locomotive work apart from batteries, and is made from a mixture of 3D printing and laser cut acrylics. My wife started off working on the locomotive last year, with the first task being the smoothing of the 3D printed parts, before applying primer, further sanding and spray painting in Halford's Vauxhall Reed Green. At the start of this year I took on the task of putting the model together. Most of the model is attached together with nuts and bolts, with the cab requiring gluing together. All of PDF Models kit instructions are on their website, and some models such as the Quarry Hunslets have demonstration videos of how to construct. I found this video very useful when putting the motion together. Once the motion was together and seemingly quite smooth, and before fitting the motor, I took the locomotive outside for running in with Midland providing the power. This proved quite satisfactory, so fitting the motor was next. Power and control is from a 3.7 volt LiPo battery fitted under the footplate, with a Loco Remote Mini in the boiler barrel. Loco Remotes offer control from the browser of a phone, laptop or tablet with connection over Wi-Fi. It offers excellent smooth control with a lovely coaster stop feature. Midlander is also fitted with a Loco Remote, and I plan to fit units for my other small diesel shunters in the future. Once I had tested the battery, Loco Remote and motor, this was fitted to the locomotive. The locomotive then made its first movements along the works test track above the 009 gauge railway. Running in could then commence on the Sefton and West Lancashire Light Railway. The locomotive is to be named Rosie and allocated number 6, with plates on order from light railway stores. It's a lovely little engine and a relatively easy build with a little patience. With PDF Models currently having a winter sale, I have followed up the purchase of Rosie with further kits. These being a Hunslet Linda, which will be presented in Penryn Railway Black, and a Baldwin Tractor kit, which we presented as Ffestiniog Railway's Mulwyn before its frame extension in 1957. The Sefton and West Lancashire Light Railway's 2021 season is well underway. It started off with half-term specials featuring Prince and Rufford on passenger services, while Rosie continued running in. Rosie's first train was a train of newly outshot Binney Engineering Hudson skips, along with a Hudson Raft wagon, a newly outshot kit, this time from Resurgent rolling stock. I had noticed that the locomotive seemed to jump a little bit over points. On closer inspection I found the wheels were set too close. After setting to the correct gauge and a test run, the locomotive was ready to enter service as the star locomotive at the Winter Gala. The Winter Gala ran with a 2-train passenger service, with freight trains between the passenger services and all 6 locomotives in use. The last Saturday of February saw a green timetable, which is a 1-train service with 6 journeys. As an out-of-season service, only a short passenger set was used, which was within the limits of Rosie, which was rostered for the service. Alongside the service trains, Rufford Hall was in use on works train duties, with the permanent way department starting prep work for a big relay at Porthmelling station. This will see a new station layout, with the inner loop being eased from Pico first radius curves to second radius curves. Also during the day, Midlander was in use returning some wagons to Wartonsides after the previous weekend's gala, and setting up for next month's internal combustion engine day, when the smaller diesels will run an intensive demo goods service from Wartonside to Sefton. A new arrival this month was from Timpdon, a ready-to-run purple moose wagon. This is a model of Ffestiniog Wagon 280, a 4-wheeled fuel tank wagon painted into the purple moose livery for the 2010 Quirks and Curiosities Gala. As with the real thing, the ends of the wagon have the Purple Moose logo, and the sides have transfers, one side in English, the other side in Welsh. Another Timpdon wagon entered service this month, this time a kit of a Ffestiniog Railway wooden dandy wagon. On the Ffestiniog Railway, trains were originally hauled uphill by horses and travelled back down to Porthmadog by gravity. The dandy wagons enabled the horses to be transported in gravity trains. The kit is relatively easy to put together and makes a lovely addition to my ever-growing Ffestiniog Heritage goods rake. It is just missing a horse at the moment. Up on the Penbellshire and Clare Bay Model Railway, I have started operating a full day's timetable on the upper levels. We join here as a Birmingham to London passenger service is seen heading non-stop through Quorthley. Here we see, departing Clare Bay, the 8:33 service to Inkley. A full day's timetable has been produced and is displayed on my laptop. This morning the 8:40 Clare Bay to Hazelstow goods has a very light load, causing no problems for my Kernow 02. The 8:45 service to Clare Bay is seen departing Bachmann Midland, while a pug shunts the yard. A major coal merchant operate out of the sidings at Quorthley, with a pilot provided for the yards by Bachmann Midland. Today a Bachmann Midland 1F half cab is the yard shunter, seen here moving the empty wagons to the down goods siding. At Bachmann Midland, a Bachmann Class 08 diesel shunter acts as pilot, shunting the carriage sidings. The return branch gudger is more heavily loaded than the outbound journey, returning empty and loaded wagons from Hazelstow. A Manchester to London goods haul by a Bachmann WD number 90201 is seen passing a London to Leicester passenger service, or by BR Standard 4MT 80136, approaching Quorthley. Ahead of the first coal train of the day to Inkley, coal wagons are brought down from Inkley Colliery to the exchange sidings. Today this is by a pair of former mainline locomotives in the former Ginty 47445 and pannier tank 7754. 7754's NCB livery was recreated in 2004 for the Railfest celebration of 200 years of steam on the railways. At Inkley, the 9 AM service for Penbell is seen departing. before a Bachmann Midland 3F takes control of the coal train to Quorthley. At Quorthley, the train is shunted into the sidings and split, before the locomotive crosses over to the down line and collects empty wagons for a return to the colliery. The 922 Clare Bay to Inkley local is seen passing the Southern Region Motor Power Depot at Clare Bay. In the next episode we see the introduction of a roundhouse live steam locomotive to the Sefton and West Lancashire Light Railway.